back merely a day after the Supreme Court issued a stern warning to Udhyanidhi Stalin over his comments on Sanatana Dharma. The DMK doubled down on peddling divisive rhetoric. This time, it is senior party leader and Lok Sabha member of Parliament A. Raja, whose comments on Lord Ram have triggered a fresh row. He stated, and I quote, that India is not a nation but a subcontinent and Tamil Nadu will never accept Jai Shri Ram and Bharat Mata. Earlier, apart from Udhyanidhi Stalin, the DMK had drawn ire over statements made by party leaders such as S. Senthilkumara and Udhyanidhi Maran as well. Now, as the DMK remains on the defensive, the BJP has mounted an attack. Union Minister Anurag Thakur has stated that they want to destroy Indian culture. And BJP Lok Sabha Member of Parliament Ravi Shankar Prasad has commented that humiliating Hindu gods has become the hallmark of the Indie bloc. What is interesting is that the top leadership of DMK and their all-weather ally, the Congress party, has remained mum and silent so far. Congress spokesperson Supriya Srinath has stated, and I quote, I condemn such a statement, yet Rahul Gandhi has nothing to say on A. Raja's caustic remarks. On one hand, the Gandhi scion carries out his Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, while on the other hand, his political allies propagate Bharat Todo narratives. Amidst all this, we ask, is a divide and rule strategy the mantra of the DMK? And is the Congress endorsing this by keeping mum? We'll talk about this with our guest. Joining us on the show is Savio Rodriguez, BJP leader. Also with us on the program is Advocate Gyanendra Mishra, political analyst. Mr. Sumit Peer, senior political analyst, joins us on the program as well. Anurag Naidu, political analyst and activist, will also be joining us momentarily. Last but not the least, Rajalakshmi Joshi, political analyst, with us on the program as well. Sumit Peer, if I can begin with you. Well, we all know A. Raja, and we all know, his claim to fame in the past as well. He's raked up headlines in the past for the 2G scam, of which he was exonerated. But today, he's busy targeting Sanatana Dharma and defying that they will never be able, or they'll never bring themselves up, Sumit, to call India Bharat Mata. What kind of divisive politics does this reek of? And are the people of South India and Tamil Nadu, for that matter, that naive that they cannot see the politicization of, religion in his particular case? And, is this something which will also cause more trouble than good for the India alliance?
Vinny, thanks for having me on your show. The first thing is that people of Tamil Nadu, people of South India believe in Bhagwan Sri Ram as much as you and me. It is only the leaders of DMK, it is only their politics, it's only their helplessness, because they are rattled by a phenomenon called Anomalaya. They are seeing the ground slipping from their feet. They are seeing the Bhagwan tsunami in the country. They are seeing that Bhagwan Sri Ram temple is the unifying temple or the place across India. They see the emergence of BJP. They're seeing that BJP was not a player in Tamil Nadu. It's becoming a serious contender in Tamil Nadu. So what they are trying to rattle, when the Aryan Dravidian theory is not working, then they started with this, it is a different subcontinent. Even A. Raja went to say that hum unke shatru, we are enemies of Bhagwan Sri Ram. He made fun of the Vanar Sena. He made fun of the Mahavir Bajrangbali. He has been mocking Hindu faith. Some people say he doesn't believe in Hinduism, which is okay. But he has no right to Hindu faith. Nobody gives a liberty, or it should not be a hobby of the DMK leaders to, do slug festival in Facebook date. This is not acceptable. And let's not forget, there were a couple of days back, there was one guy, I can't remember his name, he's a Tollywood film producer and a very close associate of DMK. Now DMK has taken him out. He was accused in 2,000 crore drug case, some drug running scandal. So when such people of DMK are getting caught and all, to take away the limelight, to shift the limelight, what they start doing is like, this is a hobby to them, is abusing the Hindu religion and Hindus abusing Bhagwan Sri Ram. Again, look at Vineet, the Economist article. There's going to be a north-south divide. And exactly Mr. Raja is walking on the same line. No, we are enemies of Ram. And he's talking of some other Ramayana and all. Whichever Ramayana, whatever way you look at it, there is only one Bhagwan Sri Ram in the Ramayana. There are no two Bhagwan Sri Rams, right? So what this kind of a divide are you talking about? Why are you trying to divide? Why are you trying to say South India is different, North India? Why are you saying Tamils are different than North India? But the reality remains, there's nothing different, it's all same. Your brand of politics is failing you to garner votes. Your brand of politics is failing you to get the support. So what you're resorting to cheap tactics to get some, those fringe voters on your side. And by doing this, you are doing
But
more
Sumit,
harm to
who's the target
DMK.
audience here? Who's the target audience here? Why aren't
Fringe,
they? Why aren't they talking about development? Why aren't they talking about issues that persist in Tamil Nadu? Why aren't they talking about working on their own state, perhaps looking at the international attention that India is getting? What about FDI? Why can't Mr. A. Raja talk about that? When he was in office, he was very worried, about the telecommunication ecosystem in India, of which he took an extremely large advantage of. But the fact of the matter is that these religious aspects really, do they go the distance according to you, Sumit?
No, they don't go to any distance, Vinny. They are just smoke screens which are created because DMK cannot talk of development. DMK cannot talk of FDI. DMK cannot talk about anything. The liquor scam and all are still there out in the open. How many scams are new brewing, we don't know. You see, Udhyanidhi Stalin and then this Eraja and all, they are only going to bring this somehow a north-south divide. The whole agenda of the cabal is to create a north-south divide. It can be anything to everything. It can be your face, my face, it can be skin color, it can be Bhagwan Sri Ram, it can be Ayodhya, it can be Mathura, it can be anything, whatever they can bring the divide so that their fiefdom of Tamil Nadu is intact. They are rattled by BJP making inroads. They are rattled by Annamalai. I am telling you the kind of support Prime Minister Modi has got, the kind of support Annamalai ji is getting on the ground. They don't know how to counter it. So they are trying to build this divide and all that. They will never talk of development. They can only talk of scams. They can only talk of scam, master scam and master plus scams. Well, there's nothing called development. Development and DMK are oxymorons. What will they talk of development? And what are they talking about the liberation of Hindu temples? What are they talking about looting of the Hindu temples which is happening there? What are they talking about that HSC which takes care of the Hindu temples and never they get renovated? What about the depleting state of Hindu temples in Tamil Nadu?
Let me get a response from Mr. Gyanendra Mishra on this as well. Mr. Mishra, how do you view his comments? Are they required? Is this division really necessary? Advocate Mishra, is this division and this toxic talk really required? Who is his audience? Why does he have to bring in gods and religion into this? Is it because the Ram temple? Is it because of the other religious related progress that has been made in the country that politicians have stooped to this level that they are basically targeting the lowest common denominator with these toxic comments?
Thank you, Vinit, for having me on your show and giving me this opportunity. So let's start with point one. The point one is that, yes, I personally condemn such kind of remarks or such kind of statement coming from anybody. Nobody has a right to speak or degrade anybody's God. That's the one point. Now, the point second is, but who is to blame? That's the question.
Who is to blame?
I think, yes, that's I'm going to answer. When you bring the God and the temple to the center of the politics, when you bring the visiting of temples, renovating the temples, sloganeering around the gods' names to the center of electoral politics.
So you're saying the BJP did that?
Yes, of course, I am referring to the ruling distinction.
Mr. Mishra, this is selective outrage. This is selective targeting. The BJP did a number of other things as well. They focused on India's image, the GDP, the growth, the infrastructure, the roads. Why can't he target Nitin Gadkari for not building roads in a place where he feels they should be roads? I mean, this is selective outrage.
See, that's the point. So that's why I said that you have many other things to talk about, but the responsibility to bring the issue of development, the issue of unemployment, the issue of security of the women, etc., and the many other relevant issues is in all political party, that these are the issues where the political discourse should concentrate. But unfortunately, from all political forces, including the BJP, the center for discussion, the center for polarization, the center for asking vote is around the name of the god, the construction of the temple, renovation of the temple, Prime Minister.
Advocate Mishra, I really differ with you. That is not the case. I think development is on everybody's mind today. Development is on everybody's mind today. That is not possible. This man has done this. so he knows that he has a reason to divide people and he can get some attention. Savio, where do you stand on this? It's really pathetic when politicians have to stoop to this level. And the fact of the matter is, which is really appalling and surprising to me, Savio, is that Rahul Gandhi and the senior leadership of the Congress party does not comment. They've had people who have left the party after comments were made against Sanatan Dharma. In fact, one of them, Swami Nityananda, if I'm not mistaken, was kicked out, for condemning the Congress party for not saying anything when it came to Sanatan Dharma. Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi, when they have to go to temples, they're all gung-ho about it. But when it comes to protecting and safeguarding the reputation and the image and the respect for Sanatan Dharma, they keep quiet.
Vineet, I'd like to make 2 points. The first point is Sanatan Dharma is way above the understanding of an adharmic person like A. Raja. To expect to understand something ridiculous and something absurd. An adharmic person whose whole life is built on adharma cannot understand the beauty, the essence, and the existence of Sanatan Dharma. To answer to my learned friend, Mr. Mishra, as far as bringing religion into the discourse or political discourse, let me ask him a question. I contested an election 2 years back. When I was announced as the candidate, the first thing I did was went to a grotto outside my house, which photographs were taken from. Am I bringing religion into that discourse? Is it said anywhere in the Constitution of India or any laws that a political leader, or in this case the Prime Minister, cannot display his love, his admiration, his devotion to his faith? What is wrong in that? Should not people do that? That is his asta, that is his faith. I don't see how that is a part of the political discourse. As far as the Ram Mandir is concerned, Ram Mandir is the devotion and the asta of millions of Hindus across India and across the world. Today, a distant dream, 500 years old dream, has become a reality. What is wrong if every single Hindu is proud about it? And what is wrong with the Prime Minister of India, who is a Hindu himself, being proud about it?
And Savio, weren't there comments made, against Sanatan Dharma before the Ram temple was opened?
Absolutely.
Right.
But somebody like an A. Raja or somebody like Stalin's son talking about eradicating Sanatan Dharma is absolutely ludicrous. Simply because Sanatan Dharma has nothing to do with religion. Sanatan Dharma is neither a way of life. Sanatan Dharma is the essence and existence of life. However, adharmic people cannot understand the true value of Sanatan Dharma. And political leaders who do not understand Sanatan Dharma must refrain from talking on it, because unnecessarily, unwarrantedly, you are hurting the sentiments of our Hindu sisters and brothers.
Right.
And
Let me get a response from Anurag Naidu on this as well. Anurag, there is a evolving and a growing presence of ISIS in Tamil Nadu. Why can't Mr. A. Raja talk about that? Why can't he talk about the deteriorating situation, of minorities in his own state? Isn't that something that he should be concerned about?
Yes, absolutely. I think, thank you for having me on the show, Vineet. But not just that, there are many issues that Tamil Nadu is dealing with, particularly, I'm really pained by issues like honor kill, issues like, when you have intercaste marriages, people go out to an extent and kill. There are some places which I don't want to name, but they have been known nationally for the kind of violence that the society and the parts of some of the caste and communities have within themselves. So there are a lot of other internal issues of Tamil Nadu which has to be focused on, because we are in such a developed state of economy, and we are in a developed country, and for the next generation things. But it is very, very sad to see that, and I'm very sure about the fact that DMK, he's some party which has taken a stand against Sanatan Dharma. It has taken a stand against, I'll be very quote unquote, some of the Hindu beliefs and some of the majoritarian beliefs of this country. But I think if that is the there's a case, and why should not the leaders themselves come out and say, this is what our stand is? Why don't we print it on the manifesto that
absolutely.
we are going to be against this line?
You're
Why
absolutely right.
did
Rajalakshmi
there
Joshi,
confusion on part?
Rajalakshmi Joshi, what explains this pathology towards, North and South divide? What explains all these, toxic and these, furious comments that have been made, calling northern states Gaumutra states, Sanatan Dharma has to be eradicated. Let me tell you, this is the first time anybody anywhere has heard Sanatan Dharma being put up in such a statement to be eradicated. It's bizarre, it's uncanny, and at the same time, it's bringing out a flavor of politics which only reeks of desperation to me.
Good evening, Vinit. Yeah, this is definitely a case of desperation to the ultimate level, I would say. Because, these kind of statements that have been made and repeatedly by not just people from the DMK, but from the people of the entire India Alliance, I would say, but especially from people from the DMK. See, now what is happening is, PM Modi and Annamalai also have been, very vigorously they have been campaigning, and they have been doing a lot of groundwork. They have been trying to make a lot of inroads into Tamil Nadu. And not just that. See, now Mr. Annamalai, he has actually come up with all these, there is this entire series of DMK files. So all of that has actually caused these kind of ripples within the DMK, where they want to desperately distract and divert from all these issues. So that is why they are desperately trying to bring up some issue or the other. And what best than, their same old issue.
Rajalakshmi, this is not an issue.
The same old issue.
This is not an issue. Is this an issue? Can they make it an issue?
For them, Vinit, they don't have any other agenda. So because, all said and done, they are talking about it as if, the BJP is only talking about the Ram Mandir. Now, I have an entire list of 100 points that the BJP has as their achievements. So, but I'm sure that you will run out of time if I keep listing out the entire thing.
Yeah, but okay, so Sumit Peer, Rahul Gandhi considers himself to be the de facto voice of the India Alliance. Not once has he condemned any of these leaders, nor has Sonia Gandhi, nor has Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. What's going on over here, and why should they, be pulled up for keeping mum, as has been done by their own party men in the past?
You see, Vineet, Congress is a story of hypocrisy. Congress is a story of double standards. And let me remind you of the Rajkumar of Congress. Dattatreya Kol, Kashmiri Pandit, Brahman, Janyodari, wearing a Janu on the black coat and wearing a Rudrakshi mala over the kurta and doing temple hopping when it's an election. People do pub hopping, but he does temple hopping when the election comes. He wears tribund, he wears all the things, and when there's a photo op, he'll go to a Shiv Mandir, he will go to a Ram Mandir, he will go to a Krishna Mandir, and he will have all the media there and say, and yesterday only, a couple of days back, Mr. Jairam Ramesh was saying, कि Rahul Gandhi ji Mahakal ke mein darshan denge. Then he changed the statement, he said, darshan karenge. I thought, who is going to give the darshan? Is the Mahakal or the Rahul Gandhi? So I got a bit confused, and he changed luckily the statement. Now, when it comes to these things, and when you have one side of the image is this, other side of the image for political conveniences, when these things happen, you do not utter a word. Where is the word? Last time, Priyank Khargeji's son had similar remarks. Home Minister of Karnataka had similar remarks. There were more leaders from DMK and Tamil Nadu who had similar remarks. Mr. Kharge is the head of India Alliance. Has he uttered a word? Forget the others. What about the remarks of his own son, Priyank Kharge? Has he uttered a word? No. Has Sonia Gandhi spoken? No. Has Rahul Gandhi spoken? Has Priyanka Gandhi spoken? Has Jairam Ramesh spoken? Which Congress leader is there who has spoken? Forget the Rahul Gandhi. And even when there were some people who were chanting Jai Shri Ram, you remember that there was a video on the social media. He stopped his air-conditioned van in Bharat, Nyaya Yatra, whatever it is. And bhai kaise bol rahe Jai Shri Ram? He got down. He left the security protocol. He got down and he wanted to stop them. How are you saying that Jai Shri Ram? That is the reality of Congress. But when it comes to photo ops and when it comes to cameras, they will be most devout Hindus. They will know their Gotra, they will know their everything. And they will make a bizarre, display of Hindutva and Hinduism. When Hinduism is kind of insulted by their own party leaders, by their own alliance partner, nobody is talking a point. Vineet, why only that? Has Kejriwal ji spoken? No. Has Mamta Didi spoken? No. Have other leaders of the India Alliance spoken? Why are they mum on this? When it comes to garnering Hindu votes, you want to come on the forefront and you want to oppose Modi for everything. But when Hindu Dharma is insulted, why can't you even have a statement saying, Bhai, we have nothing to do with him, these are his personal comments? Has Mr. Akhilesh Yadav spoken one word? So what is the NDA alliance's point of view? Forget Rahul Gandhi. Kharge ji, you are the leader. Aap bataiye na, what is your point of view? Rahul ji, you are the tallest leader of Congress. What is your point of view? Would you still have
Sumit,
DMK in your alliance?
if you go by the
Will you
standard
still
and
DMK in your
if you
alliance?
go by the standard and precedent that you have just brought out, do you think there is a difference between all these people who are attacking the Hindu Dharma and Akbaruddin Owaisi?
No, Vineet, Akbaruddin Owaisi comes and attacks you direct. Which is good. He comes and attacks you direct. These people are letting the people from right and left and center to do it, and they keep their hands like this. मैं तो कुछ देखा ही नहीं. It's like it's simple. वो पंजाबी में कहते हैं ना मैं तेनू देखिया ही नहीं. It's example like that. मैं तो देखा ही नहीं. मुझे क्या पता कौन बोल रहा. But Vineet, let me tell you one thing. If a similar sentence, a minuscule of this sentence is said about any faith in India, you know what will happen? Constitution khatre mein, Black Day, democracy, World Index, Global Index.
Let me take a response from Advocate Mishra on this. Advocate Mishra, do you want to respond to the point that Sumit has made? He's saying if similar remarks are made against any other religion, then the Constitution is invoked. And how the BJP and other parties that are part of the NDA alliance are basically trampling all over the Constitution.
No, certainly. See, I would like to respond to that. So I have a very fundamental question to ask. That why against a statement which is basically centers around the religious belief or the merit or demerit of a particular religion or way of life should be necessary as a part of the political discourse? That's my fundamental question. I want to answer this question. I want an answer for this question, that why as a part of a political discourse, where the issue should be more about the development, more about the government policies, more about the government success.
Do you think Rahul Gandhi should respond?
Etc.
Advocate Mishra, do you think Rahul Gandhi should respond?
No, I don't think there is any necessity to respond. I think as far as the Congress party is concerned, this national spokesperson of the Congress party has made it very clear that what's the stand. Why you were pinpointing Rahul Gandhi, then Priyanka Gandhi, then Kharge Saab, then Sonia Gandhi?
No, but these are double standards, right? But these are double standards, right? These are double standards. When things were going wrong in Manipur, the opposition demanded that the Prime Minister come and clarify what happened. The opposition was not happy with the spokespersons coming out and clarifying this. It's the same point that you have made, and it's the same hypocrisy that is in fact ruining our politics today. Savio, would you agree? Savio?
You see, religion, I completely agree with you, Vineet. Religion has no place in politics. A person's personal faith, a community's faith, whether it's Hindus, whether it's Christians, or whether it's Muslims, is got nothing to do with politics. In fact, the definition of secular, the clinical definition of secular has been so misinterpreted by this country thanks to the Congress for decades. Secularism is not the acceptance of all religion in matters of governance. Secularism is the acceptance of no religion in matters of governance. It plainly means that a government must look at you not because of your religion, but because of the simple fact that you are a citizen of the country. It sees you devoid of religion and caste.
I fundamentally disagree with this understanding.
Okay, would you want to clarify? Advocate Mishra, would you want to clarify?
Yes, I fundamentally disagree with this understanding that in government can claim that I am in Hindu government, but still will have and treating every.
The government has never claimed it's a Hindu government, Mr. Mishra. It has claimed that it's an Indian government, a government of Bharat.
Correct.
It has never said it's a Hindu government. Can I read out to you the schemes that have come to people beyond religion in the government?
The state will not
if leaders are Hindus and profess their faith as part of their faith.
But Advocate Mishra, 1 second. Advocate Mishra, how is it a Hindu government? If one of the first things that it did one second. How is a Hindu government, if it's the first thing that they did after getting elected was to eliminate triple talaq, how is it a Hindu government?
No, I'm not telling an Hindu. I was responding to Saviour's point that, see, only when you are treating all citizens equally in terms of
please tell us where
policy,
all citizens have
then
not
it
been
is a
treated
secular
equally.
government. I
Please
object
tell
to
me
this
every
fundamental
single
understanding
scheme,
of the
every
secularity.
single scheme
The
of the government
fundamental
goes to
understanding of
people
the secularism
irrespective of
is
their
that
caste
the
or
state will
creed.
not patronize a
Every single
particular
scheme of
religion.
the government
The
of
state
India
will,
goes
the
to people
governance will not be run
irrespective of
Okay,
their
one
caste
second,
or
Savio.
creed.
One
So
second,
what
Savio.
statement are you
One
making
second,
it
Savio.
with
One
that?
second. Savio, 1 second. Let
That's the
Advocate
point.
Mishra make his point.
So that's the point I'm making. See, it is not enough that you say that as a government, I am treating everybody, all citizen, as an equal citizen. That's not that you have to, because that is your constitutional
Advocate Mishra.
mandate.
What's the point you're
If you
making?
don't do it, if you don't
Advocate
do it,
Mishra,
it
how
will
are
be
you
committed.
supposed to treat 1.4 billion people equally? Tell me that. What's the formula?
No. See, the point I was trying to make is that when Savio says, so what is a secularism? As a
What
part
is
of the
secularism?
Okay, Rajalakshmi wants to make a quick point. Then we go to Sumit and then we wrap up. It's Rajalakshmi quickly. 20 seconds and then we go to Sumit.
Vineet, if at all the Congress and the India Alliance feels that the BJP is making an issue of the Ram Mandir, they could have simply attended the Pran Pratishtha of the Ram Mandir, because the invitation was not from
They
the
boycotted
BJP.
it. They boycotted it.
What's this
They
argument?
boycotted
That
it.
if someone
They
is doing
boycotted
wrong,
it.
and
everybody
They
else
Sumit-
went
also starts
against it.
doing wrong
Sumit-
They
thing.
went against it.
Sumit, they're more
So, yeah,
likely,
doesn't make any
and
sense.
Sumit Peer, they're more likely to attend Shahbaz Sharif's swearing-in ceremony than the Ram Mandir inauguration.
Vinny, not only that, I'll tell you what is secularism. Let me tell you, sir. If they
This
are
is a
talking
very
secularism,
unfortunate narrative.
Hajj subsidy is secularism. Telling that Muslims have the first resource, right to every resource of this country is secularism. Going and doing a blatant Muslim appeasement is secularism. Sending
Seeking
25
the
lawyers
vote in the name of Jaya
to delay
Bajrang
Ram
Bali
Mandir,
is
what it is Supreme
secularism,
Court?
is
Going to
communalism.
Supreme Court and telling them
Seeking
Bhagwan
the
Shri Ram
vote
Kal
in
But
the
one
name
second,
of
one
Jaya
second,
Shri
one
Ram
second,
is
one second, Sumit, one
Going
second.
and asking the proof of surgical strikes.
One second, Sumit, one second. Advocate Mishra, Advocate Mishra, if you, of course, you say that, they have been, pushing religion over politics, but the fact of the matter is that the BJP also made an example of some of the people who were involved in hate speeches very recently. The first list of contenders for the Lok Sabha did not feature some of these people who were hate mongers. Is that something that you appreciate? Is that something you appreciate? And does that nullify and negate your point?
No, Vineet, I think that has been done on the political expediencies than on the morality. If it has been the morality, the action should have been taken immediately. You have rewarded these people. You have rewarded these people after they made such an hatred statement, and now denying
Really? And what has Oasis done to his brother?
Okay.
What has Oasis done to his brother, Mishra ji?
Mishra ji, एक point बता दीजिए सर. Mishra ji,
Okay, we've run out of time. We've run out of time, unfortunately. We've run out of time. This is obviously a fiery debate. Perspectives coming in from all directions like arrows.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.